I am curious. This is kind of their answer to cleave, right? Because the one thing RLS kind of does struggle into is these really, really strong cleave variants. But it's not being a fire mage, Cubsy being a paladin. I think this is a really good read. We'll have to wait and see. I was expecting Trill to be on the Retribution Paladin, but looks like he will be going Rogue. And I actually don't think Liquid is out of this. Like, this is a matchup they definitely can win. I'm curious to see who they decide to go after here. Trill and Stealth just moving forward. Obviously not going to be able to find that early sap, but seems like Snuts is going to be the main target.
And Death Grip was already used, so Trill is going to get peeled away with the Halteri. Trinkets, it goes for the kidney shot. Can they peel the Trinket? Blind on the Warlock. He Trinkets out right away. Soul swapping a full row of dots, looking for the Haunt. Massive pressure onto Trill. Forced to use Cloak already in before 30 seconds. Mez gets cooled away. He's trying to get a Strangulate, but it doesn't look like it was able to get too much value at the moment. Now he's just dying in a Dragon's Breath. Dots are ticking away. Anti-Magic Shield comes through. Sidu into a Hammer of Justice. His entire team is dying. The Gargoyle finally coming into the mix with a kidney shot here onto Chance. Smoke Bomb for follow-up. It's so much damage coming in on Chanimal, and somehow he survives. I think it was the Hellstone. He ports back behind the pillar and manages to recover back to full health. And now it's Sidu, who has a lot of work ahead as these dots are starting to whittle his entire team away.
And look at Cubs. He's got every single defensive cooldown you would want or need in this situation. Chan going for full fear. Dragon's Breath lands. And this is where the pressure starts really mounting. But Snuts needs to be careful. Doesn't want to play too deep here. Getting very confident. Nature Swift is coming in here from Sidu. Looks like that might be enough for him to survive. Fear Spam just coming in from Chanimal and leaving Chanimal open. It's just not what you want. He's just spamming out damage. A full sheep now onto Sidu as they're going after Trill. There's no Cloak of Shadows. Trill is in so much trouble. Sidu just cannot connect any heals. The full Dragon's Breath lands. Trill
evasion the Fell Hunter. He evasions the Fell Hunter.
The Spearwing Totem does not land, though. That is so unlucky. He was one step away if Trill was just there. Snuts Mage. I mean, you don't see it every day. That's for sure. But old men, the old Cloud9 team coming together, playing the Mage Lock once again versus Sidu and Mez and Trill playing a Cleave. I mean, this is like the absolute classic matchup you could see from these two teams. See how it goes down. Trill going to be moving forward in stealth. Can he find a sap? Doesn't look like it just yet. Chanimal trying to get Trill out. It looks like he is able to open with that Garrote. Howl of Terror lands. He needs to get a Dispel, but he's silenced.
Ring of Frost.
Very unlucky, and Trill is in trouble.
He missed the Ring of Frost on Sidu. He's able to Dispel the Nova and get out of range of it before it triggered. And Sidu avoiding that initial crowd control is so important because now he can break up the chain. Chanimal, though, has Dark Soul. He's got a proc trinket and on-use trinket. These dots are going to do a lot of damage. He's Fell Flaming to refresh them as well. The entire team is melting from these dots from Chanimal at the moment. Mez needs to use Anti-Magic Shield. He's being so greedy. Dragon's Breath connects. He might just die in a Dragon's Breath at the moment of this dot pressure. Sidu dispels a UA. Now into a Hammer of Justice. Icebound Fortitude has to come out. Snuts is going after Sidu. He's on his heels. Kona Cold looking for a Shatter combo. Pyroblast, Soul Swap, full row of dots into the coily. Trinket and S's to try and recover. But they're already so far behind between both Snuts and Chan, almost peaking over 8.5k DPS. I'm not sure how much longer Sidu can keep this going. Snuts is advocating downstairs at a safe distance. Cubsy's trying to reposition, but another spell lock onto Sidu. Mez is howled into the corner, out of the game. That fear pathing on Mez is so bad. He's completely out of the game. Another Fell Flame, but Sidu's got the dots off. He's got a healing stream behind the pillar, trying to post up and guarantee his healing, but everyone is dying. Spirit Link Totem isn't really going to do a lot, I think, in this matchup. At any moment, they could fall over. Cloak of Shadows is likely going to have to trade in the next couple of seconds. They drop the Anti-Magic Zone. Trill is trying to go for the win. Can Trill manage to solo force something here? Kidney shot in the gouge. It's not Dance. He gets feared away. He can't connect. And I'm pretty sure right now, at this point, the old men are basically just going to be playing with their food for the rest of this game.
Yeah, this is looking pretty one-sided at this point. Cubsy still has every single defensive cooldown. I don't know what Liquid is going to be able to do. Sidu's just barely keeping his team alive. His mana is still looking good, so it might be able to recover here. Smoke Bomb drops down. They're going all in on Cubsy. Here it comes. Big damage. Can they get the Divine Shield? It would be impressive, but no, the Howl of Terror. Cubsy, he connects the heals. No Trinket, no Divine Shield. Old men are looking good.
I can't believe he didn't Tremor there. Unless he really wants it for himself, but I feel like that was the all-in from Trill. I'm almost surprised he didn't Cloak for it. Now they're trying to switch up, but Blessing and Protection blocks it. Sidu can't get a Purge here. He's got to keep healing. He's so far behind, but he dispels a UA on the Hodge Dispel. Now he's even further behind. Another UA hit for Sidu. This is so bad. Into a full fear, possibly, but saving that Tremor earlier means he's got it now. He breaks the fear. He's trying to avoid Snuts, but Snuts is right on top of him. He's getting a Shatter combo with that Kona Cold. Pyroblast going to connect. He switches the Earth Shield, but the dots are ticking away. He's caught in an Imp CS. Is he just going to fall over? He drops the Link. The whole team gets there. Mez Lichborn heals himself, so the Spirit Link Totem would redistribute his health to the team. That was critical from Mez in that moment to get the Spirit Link value. Now they're trying to get back onto Snuts, trying to claw something back in this game as Mez empowers his pet, gets the pet stun full blind, comes he has to bubble, and suddenly they get bubble and block in the same attempt, and possibly Liquid can do this.
Yeah, it is possible. Strangulate available here for Mez, but all three members are rotting down. Full polymorph lands on Sea-Doo. He trinkets immediately, wanting to enable Trill during his Shadow Dance.
Oh,
full kidney shot here on Cubsy. They're going all in, and Cubsy falls. I can't believe it. It does feel like the Fell Hunter brings so much damage. It's like a surprising amount of burst that the Fell Hunter has, so you do give up that damage to go for that knock, but maybe it was just like a desperation thing.
It was a last-second thing. He already spell-locked, and he was just last-second felled. I think that was actually insane to try and do that. Like, if it actually made the difference, but I don't think he's going to play the whole matchup with a Succubus. That's like a last-second thing to try and make a win happen. But they get a sap on the lock. Trill is ready to open onto Cubsy. He gets the Garrote. Where's Mez? He's across the map at the moment, trying to get in there on his Mal, but Chanimal's going to be free for the Howl of Terror in a minute, and he's actually just splitting on Snuts. Snuts trinkets the Strangulate, gets the Frost Nova into Dragon's Breath. He's going to get the Ring of Frost here. Ring of Frost kills the Healing Stream with an Ice Lance. Really nice opener from Snuts. And now he's got his on-use trinket proc. Is he going to set up a shatter? Big pyro swap onto Sea-Doo into a coil on his trinket from Chan from downtown. The haunt connects, and Sea-Doo is getting just completely decimated, but somehow survives. Anti-Magic Zone comes down. He's feared out of it. He had to use the Spirit Link Totem. He's still rotting from the pain train of that combustion from Snuts. He hits a UA! He hits a UA, but he gambles it, and he wins the gamble. He survives the Dispel at 10% health. Trill has to trade Cloak of Shadows. Snuts is on the back foot. Now that Liquid are alive, they have to find some way to get pressure. They still have to get through so many cooldowns.
Yeah, Sea-Doo pulling off miracles to survive there with the help of Mez. An Impact Stun comes in once again. All three members of Liquid are rotting down. Fear onto Cubsy. He's going to break, though. See what they can get done. Another Fear here onto Mez. Chanimal doing what he can to just peel up the situation and slow down the game a little bit. But Chan is taking some pressure. He's in a full kidney shot. Trill is using that for crowd control as they do convene on Snuts, really trying to pressure him down on that Fire Mage. But Trill's got no Cloak of Shadows for another minute. Here comes a Shadow Dance. Large burst. Blessing and Protection gets forced, but that's not a bad trade for Cubsy. Basically negate the dance damage with that Blessing of Protection, and now Old Men can get aggressive once again.
See if they can get on target here and finish this game out. Full polymorph, no trinket. Howl of Terror onto the Rogue, but he drops the smoke bomb. Trill is trying to go for a solo kill. I don't think he's got enough damage to drop him without Shadow Dance. Pet is empowered. Mez is going for the win, trying to take out Snuts. Chan gets interrupted by Trill. He's right next to Cubsy as well. Shadow Dance is still not up for 30 seconds. He's got to vanish, possibly for a play here, but without a powered shield to protect it, it's going to break really quickly. He goes for a gouge, trying to set up possibly for a kidney shot in the near future. Divine Play is up, and another setup onto Sea-Doo. He's caught into a coil off into the corner, into an MCS, and Snuts is going for the win, but Sea-Doo is just refusing to go down, clutching out a Riptide, clutching out a Healing Surge, and Snuts is suddenly on the back foot. Mez is globally him as he's forced into the block, and I can't believe Sea-Doo is still alive. He's just dying to dots. He dispels the UA. He takes the gamble again on dispelling the dots at 10%. Manages to hold on, but his teammates are Howl of Terror across the map, and Sea-Doo is all alone. Snuts is right on top of him. Chan is soul swapping some dots out. He's got a Succubus. He knocks Trill off on the Hammer of Justice, but Sea-Doo grounds the soul swap. He grounds the full row of dots on the soul swap. Sea-Doo with a legendary grounding totem, but Trill is still not back in the game, getting knocked off by that Succubus. He's finally here. He's at 10%. Insane risky plays from Sea-Doo are keeping his team in it. They're actually doing it. Snuts goes down. Liquid take it and move to match point.
Every single match so far has been incredibly close. Liquid winning two just barely. They're one away from closing it out. Let's see if they can do it again.
Oh, Trill sprinting in right away to look for a sap for his team here. Is there going to be any AoE that clips him? Rain of Fire's in the middle. He's not in the middle. He gets the sap. He gets the Garrote. This is a clean start for Trill, but nice blast wave on Mez from Snuts, slowing the Death Knight from getting into the engagement. He Dragon's Breath the Rogue away. Chan is now free casting Unstable Affliction immediately here, which is a great start to cover those dots, soul swapping them over. Howl of Terror hits two. I think they're going after Sea-Doo, but he's ducked around the corner, and Cubsy doesn't care. Cubsy is going right in on top of the Shaman. Does he ground the Hodge? He doesn't get the ground. Sea-Doo is getting cleaved down from some dots at the moment. Chan is playing really aggressive. They're going all in on top of Sea-Doo. They don't want him to get these healing streams down, but now he's on the bottom. He can get a healing stream down there, and it will be protected. But Mez, what is going on? Mez is just getting destroyed. Mez got annihilated by the Old Men.
Gates are opening up here in 15 seconds. One of these teams moving to the grand finals. The other is the final boss of the lower bracket. And either one of these teams, I feel like you don't really want to fight them. I think going into this, these are probably the favorites to win it all. So no surprise to see them going head-to-head here in the upper finals. Let's see. Small map on Dalaran Sewers. Nuts moving in, getting a blast wave out immediately, just trying to get in combat. I don't know if he actually hit anyone. Trill's moving forward in stealth. Let's see if we can get a sap. Very unlikely. I don't think it's going to happen, but let's see where he decides to open.
Ooh, Howl Terror hits Trill on his Garrote. That's going to put him behind a bit here. He tremored him out as well, so there's no Tremor Tone for Sea-Doo. Dragon's Breath Ring doesn't connect. Mez strangulates Snuts. Sea-Doo gets back behind the pillar. Chanimal's dogpiling on top of him. Soul Swap, full row of dots into the coil, off the pillar, into the ring. Likely setting up a shatter for Snuts. Big combust onto Sea-Doo, into the impact stun. His entire team could be in trouble if he spreads it. He trinkets. He uses Nature's Swiftness, and Snuts is not getting that peanut butter spread. Now he's falling behind. He gets topped off by Cubsy. Chanimal rotting down, but Cubsy stabilizes the whole team. I can't believe it. Sea-Doo's trying to reposition away, but Snuts is just on top of him, raining down pain. DB hits, no trinket, but Snuts is taking tons of damage. Plus your protection, they drop the smoke bomb, but a triple Howl of Terror, a triple from Chanimal. He is not going to let Liquid take this easily into the MCS on Sea-Doo. He ducks around the corner on the top boxes, trying to avoid Snuts. The next time Dragon's Breath comes up, it could be game over.
Yeah, Sea-Doo going for some heals. Doesn't want to get interrupted. Mez gripping Snuts down. Beautiful, but he gets a blazing speed and freedom. He's going to get back onto Sea-Doo. Sea-Doo needs to connect these heals. He fakes out the spell lock. Nicely done, but they are all over him. Sea-Doo is getting smothered. He has no cooldowns whatsoever. If they connect the dots, at the same time, Cubsy is going down. Oh, it's a race to the finish on both these healers. Luckily, Cubsy has a Divine Shield. Sea-Doo's in a lot of trouble. Cubsy moves forward, looking for a Hammer of Justice. Can he find it? There's the Howl of Terror. Silent Sea-Doo is in a world of pain. Is he going to be able to survive? Spirit Link comes down, and now it's actually Snuts that might fall. Either Sea-Doo or Snuts could easily go down. Big Dragon's Breath, big fear. Sea-Doo's hovering at 10% health. Now an all-in on Cubsy. Are they going to
It's a cross kill.
Cross kill. No, Sea-Doo, is he going to be able to hold on? Spellbox come in. He might actually live, but now we go into a 2v2, Sid.
The block right now, he's so low right now. Chan needs a 1v2. Chan has a 1v2. Snuts is probably out of this. He drops mirror images. He's trying to get away. Mez trades Icebound Fortitude. He needs a Death Coil. He needs to hit Snuts with something. They need to proc him. Can they finish him? The Fell Hunter's going to kill Mez. Mez goes down, and now Trill needs to 1v2. He's caught in a DB. He's caught in a Nova. Chan is spamming up Fears. Haunt going to connect. And Chan should be able to take control of this as Trill cannot move. And the old men do it in a cross kill, 3-2.